Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. Wir sind letztes Mal in das Half-Fed-Männer eingebrochen. Ja, ich glaube, das Half-Fed-Männer war das. Was sich aber als ziemlicher Reinfall entpuppt hat. Wir haben unsere Anführerin verloren, Monika Schäfer, die wurde bei dem Run getötet. Genauso war die Flucht auch eher schlecht als recht. Destroy all humans are. Und mir ist aufgefallen, ich habe in der letzten Aufnahme ja eigentlich kaum was zu der Welt hier erklärt, weil ich irgendwie so fest davon ausgegangen bin, dass man durch Shadowrun Returns doch alles weiß, aber ich erkläre es trotzdem mal wieder. Und zwar, wir schreiben ja das Jahr 2053, meine ich, und im Jahr 2012 gab es das große Erwachen, beziehungsweise The Awakening auf Englisch. Und dabei hat sich irgendeine alte Maya-Prophezeiung erfüllt und diese ganzen Metamenschen wie Elfen, Trolle, Orks und sonstiges sind auf diese Welt losgelassen worden. Und ja, haben sich dann fortan mit den Menschen hier auf der Erde entwickelt. Und ja, gibt es sonst noch groß zu erzählen? Genau, wir gehören ja den Shadowrunnern an. Das ist eine Gruppierung von, ja, Söldnern, trifft es am besten. Und wir erledigen halt unterschiedliche Aufträge, sogenannte Runs, so wie das letztes Mal. Und die können aber alles Mögliche beinhalten. Datendiebstahl, irgendwelche, keine Ahnung, Personenentführung sogar, weiß ich noch, hatten wir im letzten Teil auch. Und ja, was weiß ich, also ziemlich viel auf jeden Fall. Und diese ganze Welt hier wird halt hauptsächlich durch diese ganz großen Konzerne eigentlich regiert, die diese komplette Welt eigentlich in der Hand haben. So, jetzt waren wir aber auf dem Weg zum hier Kreuzbazar. Können gerne laufen. So, climb up, gerne. So. Gefällt mir optisch schon mal nicht so gut wie die Seems to SS Union, aber hat auch seinen Style. You step inside and the squatter of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lightning. Paul Amsel. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, like glinting of steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord, part dealmaker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in, the grim faces, the hard stares, Eager's fury, Monika's absence. So. I had a feeling. How did she... His face has gone a sheen. He swallows. Takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? Decking 2 haben wir nicht. The run was a setup. 1 minute she was cracking the safe, the next she was on the ground, screaming. I've seen Monika hit the black I see before. This was something worse. Glory nods, her motions robotic and spare. Monika died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Iger thrust a gloved finger into your chest, and this idiot stood by and let it happen. Genau. Oder warte mal. Was sagen wir denn? Wir sagen mal nichts. Wir sind so richtig badass. What? Nothing to say about that, rookie? If I'd been in your place, Monika would still be alive and with us. Instead, I left her with you, and now my friend is a corpse in the basement. Ja genau, wie hättest du sie denn retten sollen, du Dumme? Look, Iger, you weren't stuck in that basement with us. You don't know how things were down in there. So do us all a favor and shut it down, okay? Shut it down? Fuck that. Eiger turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich, you know that, but you don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Eiger turns the focus back to you. If you've been paying attention, you'd figure all of this out on your own by now. You've known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Eiger. Amsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Eiger pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remained measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds passed between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Ja, keine Ahnung, ist egal, was wir nehmen. Eiger, I don't. You don't have to answer that. Of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched it. This is all your fault. That is enough. Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and its first smashes down on the desk behind him. Eiger, you and Deadly Angel can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you, this was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only person why we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. He pauses, rubs his temples. Agree, and to neutralize that danger we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Monica lived long enough to say a name, Feuerschwinge. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Firewing. This is unexpected. You will have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Glory raises an eyebrow. The Firewing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experience the terror of living in her shadow. He glances at Glory. You are far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation the name Feuerschwinge is synonymous with chaos, destruction and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Feuerschwinge was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Well, lives. Oh. Amsel takes a deep breath, slowly releases it. There's a haunted look in his eye. Those were dark days. Countless men, women and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the Firewing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course, but it was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair, keine Ahnung, that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire, and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the SOX. This event was called the Dragonfall. Aha, wieso heißt unser Spiel Dragonfall? Das hat bestimmt keine Verbindung. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero. Our own secret, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family particularly worshipped the man. As the Dragonfall was an important event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the awakening were traumatic, Eiger. Not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of the awakening animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world. A new source of terror for bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, isn't it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Fire Ring were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday news. So, ich will meinen Timer wieder sehen. He rubs his temples. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of Fireschwinger is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about the long-dead dragon. Iga sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any idea as to why? Amsel's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is an ancient history. Fireschwinger has been dead and gone for 42 years, but there's one big thing. There's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. He visibly struggles to calm himself. Take a deep breath, then slowly release it. I will look into this and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? After everything went hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of the security. That is not much to go on. Do any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguished features that I could look into? He was an older guy for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s, pretty old for an orc. And he had a skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, ich habe das bestimmt falsch ausgesprochen, there are many medical records. That is something. I will see what I can find out. Did you note anything else during the run that may be of value? The state was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. Amsel nods. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious vows to build. Was ist ja heute mit mir los? Ich kann ja überhaupt nicht lesen. And time, there was more to do it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? That's all we've got. That's not much. Amsel nods. His face is drawn and haggard. It is sin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skincraft, and a long-forgotten world event? Whoever sent us knew that we were walking into we were set up. That's obvious, but why? Paul's face went. I warned her. I told her not to take this one, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. You didn't bring it to her? No, she set up the whole thing herself. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I never much liked the man, I certainly never trusted him. But Monica, she would do anything for a cause, anything for the Flux state. Winters saw that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. It sounds like Green Winters is our best lead then. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably gonna rabid. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There's a man here in the Kreuz Bazaar, a Turk named Altuk Buragazi. Was? Oh Gott, was haben wir das denn für ein Name? He owns a little soil cave shop just down the way called Cave Shivsey, ach keine Ahnung. Woher soll ich denn wissen, wie man das ausspricht? This man is also a provider of information. I have done business with him from time to time. And you think he would know something about Green Winters? Amsel nods. When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winter, I contacted Altuk. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. And I said I did not trust the man. For good reason, it would seem. I talked to Altuk and see what he knows about Green Winters. Ja. Very well, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've uncovered already. Sparse though it may be. So, wir haben 5 Karma bekommen. Kann man das irgendwo schon mal verteilen? Sinnvoll? Fernkampf wäre vielleicht nicht schlecht, weil wir unglaublich wenig darauf haben. Aber was hier? Able to equip 2 drones. Auf jeden Fall, das klingt gut. Close Combat, nee. Und dann packe ich nochmal 2 auf Range Combat. So. Wir haben nur 40 Leben. Vielleicht soll ich auch mal was auf Consti setzen. Dietrich. Können wir auch mal eben mitreden. Huch, ich dachte, irgendwas passiert gerade. Hallo? Geht doch. Dietrich turns his head at your approach. His agony face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite of all of this, there is still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Deadly Angel, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that need to sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. Yeah, take the bottle to Monica. Prost. The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel, a taste of sweet corn and walnuts, with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Dietrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull on the bottle, then looks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Deadly Angel. What made you choose to come to Berlin? I had my reasons. Such as? Come on, boss, I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working for there. I think that I deserve to know that much. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ist denn passiert? A run went bad and my team paid the price. Dietrich raises an eyebrow. Went bad, huh? Like the one we just came back from went bad? Worse, I was the only survivor. That's enough, friend. How did it happen? Somebody clued our target to our arrival. They set a trap for us and we walked right into it. That's a bad deal all around. I'm sorry to hear it, friend. So after all of this went down, you decided to bail out of the Ruhrplex and head to Berlin. Am I getting this right? More or less. There wasn't much left for me in the Ruhrplex, and Monica made me a hell of an offer. Ah yes, Monica. Dietrich raises his bottle again, then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment he has passed, he returns his attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know that you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about these things. Retreating into dangerously personal territory here. Are we? Sorry about that, never been much for boundaries. All the same, I like it if you tell me. He shrugs. I always intended to get to know Monica better, but it's too late to ask her in person. I knew Monica well enough to know what you mean. She did have a mysterious way about her. So what was the deal between the two of you? Don't leave me in suspense. Aha. Hatten wir eine Beziehung? Nee. Oder? Komm. We were very close. That's so? Dietrich raises an eyebrow. Huh. Learn something new every day. Well, anyway, good on you both. Dietrich raises his bottle to you in a salute. She was a wonderful woman, and I hope that your time together was happy. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking the time to talk for what it's worth. I'm happy you were here with us. Dietrich takes a final pull on the bottle, then tips it forwards, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. Ich mag Dietrich. Dietrich ist mir eigentlich sympathisch. Nur vom Kämpferischen her fand ich den übelst schlecht. Dante. As you stare towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante, Monica's dog, an enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante! Dietrich shakes his head. Don't worry, boy, we'll look after you. After the sight of Monica's dogs, Amsel's eyes well up. He inhales, but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned into a full-blown hole, wouldn't stop. Kept. He closes his eyes. That's when I realized something bad had happened. Oh, wie traurig der guckt. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Scratch Dante behind the ears, grab Monica's bag of soy jerky treats off the table and give him one. Ja. Dante takes the treat in his mouth, but it's clear he has no appetite for it, and the jerky drops to the floor. He leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, Deadly Angel. Amsel takes a ragged breath and releases it, then slow, melancholy smile plays across his face. Well, perhaps a part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Alltag, meine Freundin. With a little luck, he can help us locate Green Winters and we can get to the bottom of this. There's at the floor, and now I think we should all take a moment. His lips tighten for Monica. Wir haben jetzt Hundi. Sehr schön. So, Eiger. Eiger glares at you, and you can taste the bile in the stare. She clearly still blames you for Monica's death. Something I can do for you, fearless leader? You were wrong about me, Eiger. I intend to prove that to you. He stares at you for a moment and looks away. Best of luck with that, Deadly Angel. Now, please, leave me alone. Not just yet, there's something else that I wanted to say. Alright, but make it quick. We need to talk about Monica. No, right now, we don't. Don't push me on this, Deadly Angel. One of these days we're gonna hash it out. And you can talk all you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends, but it won't be today. Nach einer Entschuldigung werde ich sie jetzt nicht fragen. Alright, Eiger, but this conversation isn't over. It is for now, fearless leader. She turns away. Do us both a favor. Take the hint and go away. So, hier haben wir wieder unser schönes altes Ausrüstungslager. Ah, wir können auch Dante equippen. Interessant. So, wen haben wir hier? Glory. Mit der reden wir auch noch zum Abschluss der Folge. Glory is beautiful in a wayfish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy. Ach, was weiß denn ich? But there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy loadout of cyberware. From head to toe, she looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon. A Glory cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Deadly Angel. Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is as cool and placid as always. Can I help you? Hey Glory, how are you holding up? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. You sure? You look like you're a million miles away. Stopp mal irgendwie den Timer. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now, it doesn't. Any thought of what we should do next? Find out our missing client. Extract some answers. Beyond that, find another Decker. Monica won't be easy to replace. Better start looking now. I have a question for you, glory of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sport, personal reasons, you understand, I'm sure. The edge in her voice tells you that she is not interested in continuing this conversation. Of course, we all have our secrets, but if you ever want to talk, I'm here. Ich werde die Leute jetzt noch nicht drängen, dafür kennen wir sie noch nicht gut genug. Ich würde aber sagen, ich mache dann hier mal eben einen Schnitt und sage Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal, wenn es wieder als Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall. Die Folge war sehr dialoglastig, vielleicht ändert sich das in der nächsten Folge und bis dahin macht's gut.